Aloha! Welcome to Hawaiian steel guitar quick tips number 2. This time we are in a small village close to Salerno, and we also have another nice apartment here with a nice view. And today I want to talk a little bit about two things. One is the Hipshot Doubleshot tuning system, and the other thing is called the drop key tuner, something like that. Just looked it up, it's actually called pitch key drop tuning system. That's the correct name, and I also will put in some links in the description to both of these systems. First of all, does the Hipshot tuning system also fit on a tricone? That was definitely a question I was asking myself. I couldn't get very precise answers. I think Paul Weird said it should work, and I tried it out. Actually, it does. So it fits, and without any modifications, actually. So that's the good news. It's a Republic tricone that I changed a little bit by putting in National Rasophonic hot rod cones. And with the Hipshot Doubleshot, it's actually a device that's super or quite common, I would say, in the dobro world. There, the main use case actually is to switch from high bass G tuning to D tuning. And what you can do with that system is that you have two tunings, and it is a little bit restricted in this regard, that you can only lower strings or raise strings. You can't, for example, make two strings lower and another one higher if you switch from one tuning to another. So it's a little bit limited in this regard. So my setup is super simple. As I said, like the main tuning is still a high bass tuning, so it's like G tuning, but just one whole step up. The second tuning is C sharp minor. And the only difference really is I just change the third and the sixth string from A to G sharp. Same here. And that's why I might not need a roller nut, because it's really just a small change. My C sharp minor tuning is a little bit different, like the one that Soul Hopi used or Dick McIntyre. And the difference is actually that I'm coming from a high bass, and these people are coming from the E tuning that's more a low bass tuning, and so their C sharp minor looks actually like from low to high, E, B, E, G sharp, C sharp, E. And mine is really different in the way that you have G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp, C sharp, E. And the great thing is about this change is that it's really quickly you can switch from one tuning to another with the same set of strings. So there's no compromise there. And I'm not the inventor of this whole idea. It was actually suggested by Stacy Phillips in one of his books, but doing it from G high bass, and then it's actually called B minor tuning. And I tried that, but for me it was like even more slack, right? When you take the G tuning that's already lower than the A tuning, and then you tune the third and the sixth string down even more, and I didn't like the sound so much of it. That was also a reason why I actually changed to a high bass tuning. Another famous player that actually used this version of C# minor that I'm using, it is Soul K Pride, and there's a song called La Rosita, and there's a certain run in this song where it's pretty clear that he used that kind of tuning, because otherwise it would be really hard to play. I can definitely recommend you to use these two tunings, because when it comes to the C# minor, I already really arranged a lot of songs for C# minor. And really, most of the time, I didn't run into any issues not having these low strings, and it's all about the up 4 strings in a way. It's actually really all about this chord. It's a slant, and it's a 9th chord, and then you have like these beautiful voices. Talking about the Hipshot, it is actually quite pricey. I was at a NAMM show and I got it for a good price. That was the reason why I got it. So the thing is, you can ask yourself, of course, it's like if you only change 2 strings by a half step, why do I need this kind of expensive unit to do so? Also, when it comes to the look, I wouldn't put it on a vintage tricone, I think, because it's really looks a little bit like a Floyd Rose tremolo. I just realized that if it's a little bit more cumbersome to go to another tuning, I just don't do it. And as a high bass and C# minor are really my main tunings, I just realized to learn C# minor better actually, and also see the similarities between the tunings, it's a really nice educational tune, because you can, for example, just play a lick like that, and then you detune it, and then you know you have to shift this one string up a fret, and for stuff like that you really seamlessly go from one tuning to another. It's really nice. So I didn't regret buying it, and I use it quite a bit for live, and it definitely changes some time going from one tuning to another. Okay, let's talk about the pitch, key, drop tuning system. That's the correct word, right? So if I have C# minor tuning, there's a nice modification that you can do. You can raise the 5th string from C# to D. And with that tuner, you can really just do it with one turn without doing it manually. And the reason is it's just really, it's so much faster, and this time they're not very expensive. They're about $30, I think, and definitely worth it. And yeah, that makes the C# minor tuning, I think, even more into a A13 tuning, whatever. You definitely have this really beautiful dominant 7 chord there. Yep. So that's one version, what I do with these tuners. Another one is actually if you want to go from C# minor to a ordinary E tuning. And that's something Dick McIntyre actually used a lot, and I'm a huge Dick McIntyre fan. So what you do, you just take the C# and tune it down to B. And that at the end gives you kind of weird E tuning. But if I raise the C sharp to D, it gives me quite a nice actually E7th tuning. And that really comes in handy playing a lot of Dick McIntyre tunes, and Andy Iona also used it quite a bit. Great thing about E tuning in general is actually that you have a fifth interval on top, and that makes it a very distinctive sounding, pure sounding tuning. I'm definitely also planning to arrange some songs in that tuning because I think it's very, very beautiful sounding. I just realized that this quick tip episode isn't that quick, it's a lot of talking, so I hope you're still with me at that point. And I hope this kind of content is useful for you. Please let me know. If you want to support my channel, please considering to subscribe, to like, to write comments, all this kind of stuff. It's definitely helping quite a bit. And I have a website with a lot of tab that you can purchase there, and definitely some information about Hawaiian steel guitar. That's about it. Greetings from Italy. Have a great day. Aloha.